They smile when you cry. Not because something funny happened. Not because they misread the room. They smile because your pain is the thing they came for. And here is the scary part. You probably already know one of these people. Maybe they are in your life right now. Maybe you call them a friend, a partner, a family member, a coworker, and every single time you walk away from them, something feels wrong. You cannot put a name to it. You just feel heavy, tired, like someone slowly let the air out of you. And the worst part? They look totally normal to everyone else. They laugh at the right moments. They say the right things in public. People love them. But behind closed doors, or in the small quiet moments nobody else sees, something happens that makes your skin crawl. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly who this person is, exactly what they are doing, and exactly how to protect yourself before they take anything else from you. And I promise, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Let us start from the very beginning. A sadist is a person who feels good when other people feel bad. That is it. That is the whole thing. When you are hurting, something inside them lights up. It is like they are hungry, and your pain is the food. Now, most people hear the word sadist, and they think of something extreme, something out of a movie, something obvious and scary. But real-life sadists are not obvious. That is the whole reason they are so dangerous. They do not show up with a warning sign. They show up with a smile. They show up being charming and fun and interesting. They make you feel seen at first. They make you feel special. And then, slowly, they start to flip the switch. Because what they really want is not your happiness. They never wanted that. What they wanted was your trust, your softness, your openness, so they could get close enough to use it. Number 1. They love your lowest moments, a little too much. Think about the people in your life. When something goes wrong for you, what do? A good person feels sad with you. They want to fix it. They ask how you are doing. They check in. But a sadist? A sadist leans in. Their eyes get bright. Their energy goes up. They ask questions that keep you in the pain longer. They replay your bad moments back to you. They remind you of your failures at the exact moment when you are already down. And here is the sneaky part. They do all of this while appearing to care. They say things like, "I am just being honest with you," or "I am only telling you this because I care," or "You need to hear this." But notice how they never stop. Notice how the conversation about your pain never gets shorter. It always gets longer. It always finds a way to go deeper. That is not care. Care tries to get you out of the hole. What they are doing is making the hole bigger, and then watching you fall. Pay attention to how someone acts when your life is falling apart. That will tell you everything. Number 2. They push your limits and call it a joke. This one is so common, it hurts. The sadist will say something cruel, something that stings, something aimed right at the thing you are most insecure about. And then, the moment you react, they say it. It was just a joke. You are so sensitive. Can you not take a joke? And now, suddenly, you are the problem. Not the thing they said, not the way they said it. This is a trap. And it works on good people because good people second-guess themselves. Good people think, maybe I am being too sensitive. Maybe I need to loosen up. Here is the truth. A real joke makes everyone laugh, including the person the joke is about. If you are not laughing, it is not a joke. It is a test. They are testing how much they can hurt you and still make you stay. They are testing where your limit is, so they know how far to push next time. And every time you say, "It is okay," when it is not okay, you just moved your limit a little further out. Notice this. Notice how often they joke about your pain, your appearance, your mistakes, your fears. Notice how the jokes always seem to land in the same place. That place is the target they chose for you. Number 3. They create chaos and then act confused. This is one of the sneakiest things a sadist does. They start a fire, and then they stand back and watch it burn. And when you come running, panicking, trying to figure out what happened, they look at you like you are the crazy one. Here is how this looks in real life. They say something to one person about another person that they know will cause a fight. Then they step back. They bring up a sensitive topic at the worst possible moment, right before a big event, right before bed, right when you have no time to deal with it. And then they say, "I do not know why you are so upset. I was just talking." They cancel plans at the last minute, knowing it will stress you out. Then they act unbothered. like your stress is strange to them. They forget things on purpose, things they know matter to you, and when you bring it up, they look at you like you are asking for too much. The chaos is not an accident. Sadists love chaos because chaos creates pain, and pain is what they came for. If there is someone in your life who always seems to be at the center of drama, but never seems affected by it the way everyone else is, look closer. That calm they have in the middle of the storm they created? That is not peace. That is satisfaction. Number 4. They compete with you when you are winning. A real friend celebrates you. When something good happens to you, a real friend feels happy. Not performing happy, actually happy, because they want good things for you. A sadist cannot do this. When something good happens to you, something inside them breaks a little. They cannot stand it. So, they compete. They find a way to make your win smaller. They bring up something you did wrong. They tell you about their own success, right in the middle of yours. They find the one flaw in your good news and put a spotlight on it. Or they go quiet. That cold, flat silence that makes you feel like you did something wrong just by succeeding. This is one of the clearest signs because it is hard to fake over a long time. Watch what happens when you get good news. Watch what happens when something goes right for you. Watch their face in the first second before they have time to fix it. That first second will tell you the truth. Number 5. They always need to win, and they need you to lose. For most people, a disagreement is just a disagreement. You talk it through. Maybe one person was wrong. Maybe both were. You figure it out, and you move on. For a sadist, a disagreement is a fight, and fights have winners and losers. They will argue past the point of reason, past the point of sense, past the point where any normal person would have said, "Okay, I see where you are coming from." Because it is not about the truth. It is not about what actually happened. It is about making sure you feel wrong, small, defeated. They need that. They need you on the floor of an argument so they can feel tall. And they are patient about it. They will circle back to old arguments, bring up things from years ago, store your mistakes like weapons, and pull them out exactly when they can hurt the most. If you notice that every disagreement with someone leaves you feeling like you lost something, even when you were right, pay attention. That feeling is not an accident. That feeling is the whole point. Now here's the thing most people never connect. All 5 of those signs have the same thing at the center: power. A sadist does not just want to hurt you randomly. They want to feel powerful, and the way they feel powerful is by making you feel powerless. They are not broken in the way most people think. They are not confused or struggling. They know exactly what they are doing. And the reason they chose you is not because you are weak. It is because you are warm. You are open. You give people the benefit of the doubt. You care about how others feel. You are the kind of person who says sorry even when it is not your fault because you hate conflict. All of those things, those beautiful things about you, are exactly what they looked for, because those things make you the perfect target. And once you understand that, something important changes. You stop blaming yourself. You stop asking what you did wrong. You stop trying to fix something that was never broken on your end. Knowing what they are is step 1, but knowing what to do is what actually saves you. Here is the thing about sadists. They need a reaction. Every single sign I described, the jokes, the chaos, the competing, all of it, only works if you react. Your pain is their fuel. Your confusion is their fuel. Your guilt is their fuel. So the most powerful thing you can do is this: stop fueling the fire. This does not mean become cold. This does not mean become a hard, closed-off person who never feels anything. It means get selective. When they say the cruel thing disguised as a joke, you do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to explain why it hurt. You just look at them, let the silence sit, and change the subject. Or walk away. Not dramatically, just quietly. When they create chaos, you do not run to it. You do not let the emergency they built become your emergency. You breathe. You slow down. You decide if this actually needs your energy right now. And most of the time, it does not. When they compete with your wins, you stop sharing your wins with them, not because you are punishing them, but because your good news deserves to land in a safe place. And their hands are not safe. When they need to win every argument, you stop trying to win. You simply say, "I see it differently," and you end the conversation. Not because they were right, because your peace is more important than their scorecard. And most importantly, you stop trying to change them. This is the one that trips people up the most, because most of us believe that if we just find the right words, if we just explain it clearly enough, if we just show them how much they are hurting us, something will shift. It will not shift. Not because change is impossible, but because they do not want to change. The way they treat you is not a mistake they made. It is a choice they keep making. And once you truly accept that, you stop wasting your energy on someone who is using your energy against you. And you start putting that energy into yourself, into your healing, into the people who actually want good things for you. Now I need to warn you about something. When you start doing this, when you start pulling back your reactions, something strange happens. They get worse before they stop. They push harder. They find new ways in. They might act hurt. They might play the victim so convincingly that you think you are the bad person. They might go to other people and paint a picture of you that makes no sense to anyone who actually knows you. This is normal. This is expected. And it does not mean you were wrong. What it means is that what you were doing before was working for them, and what you are doing now is threatening that. The escalation is not proof that you made things worse. It is proof that you finally started protecting yourself. Hold that. Stay in it. Because on the other side of it is something you might not have felt in a very long time. Quiet. Real quiet. The kind that comes when the draining finally stops. I want to say something to you directly. If this video found you, there is a reason. Maybe you are in the middle of this right now. Maybe someone in your life has been slowly chipping away at you, and you could not figure out why you felt so tired all the time. You are not too sensitive. You are not too much. You are not crazy for feeling what you feel. You were targeted because you are the kind of person who gives generously, the kind of person who sees the best in people, the kind of person who keeps trying, even when something feels off. Those are not weaknesses. They are the best parts of you. The sadist did not find those things and decide you were easy. They found those things and decided you were worth pursuing, worth breaking. Because good things do not attract bad people by accident. They attract them because good things have value. And some people want to take what has value without ever paying for it. But you do not owe anyone your goodness for free, not when they use it to hurt you. Your warmth is yours. Protect it. Give it to people who hold it carefully. So here is what you now know. A sadist is not always loud, not always obvious, not always scary looking. They are the person who smiles at your worst moments, who calls cruelty a joke, who builds fires and stands back watching, who cannot celebrate you, who needs you to lose so they can feel like they win. And now that you know that, they lose the one thing that made them powerful. The surprise. Because you cannot be manipulated by something you can see coming. Once you spot it, you are already free. Not free from the situation overnight, but free inside your own mind, free to see it clearly, free to stop doubting yourself, free to make choices from a place of knowing, not confusion. And that clarity, that is where your real life starts. If this video helped you see something you could not put into words before, share it with someone who needs it. Because there are people in your world right now going through this exact thing in silence, and they just need one person to say, I found something that explains it. And if you want to go even deeper, the next video is going to show you exactly how to talk to someone who uses your words against you, what to say, what not to say, and how to walk out of those conversations without feeling like you lost something. You do not want to miss it. Subscribe. Stay close. There is more coming. And until next time, protect your peace. It is the most important thing you own.